I'm excited to introduce to you our next speaker, Kitty Parker. Kitty is a property buyer's agent and director at Kitty and Miles. She's not just a pioneer buyer's agent, but an expert in psychology and self-confessed data nerd, and her research has been published in international scientific journals alongside Nobel Prize winners. How about that? Not many of us can say that. Kitty brings to the real estate industry a unique combination of tertiary qualifications in policy, strategic planning and psychology, along with many years' experience at the forefront of a multinational corporate that she created as a startup. Kitty's passion for property was solidified as a mature age single mother living in Sydney, and she aims to improve and change the way in which people buy property throughout Australia. So please join me in welcoming Kitty Parker to the stage.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Leanne.
Thanks for being here.
You're very welcome. Thank you, ladies.
So real estate was not your original career. Tell us a little bit about what you did before.
Yes, thank you. Firstly, before I begin, I just want to say thank you. It is a pleasure and a privilege being here. And ladies, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to be here today. I have missed gatherings such as this over the last 12 months, so I cannot express just how wonderful it is to see all of you in person. It's absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, in answer to your question, Leanne, I was a very late starter in the real estate industry. I may not look it, but I'm in my late 40s, nearing 50, and I began in this industry.
It's all right on the other side of 50, trust me. It's all good on the other side.
Over the age of 45, so I am a newcomer to this industry. In short, I did have a business in a complete another industry. Fast forward with that business, it led me into property investment. When I brokered and sold that business, I wondered what to do next and fell my way into real estate through my property investment background. Fast forward again, business Kitty and Miles, and I had the honor and the privilege of winning the Real Estate Institute of New South Wales Excellence Award for Achievement last year, having only been in this industry for under 2 years.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
That's a little bit of a start
Congratulations.
how I got here. Thank you.
It's really more than a job for you, though. Where did your passion for real estate actually come from?
This actually, in answer to that, Leanne, this ties into Suzanne's speech before.
Yep.
I was a homeless teen. I came from a very dysfunctional family. I was on the streets and I was a high school dropout. So I understand what it feels like to be homeless firsthand. Being homeless, you come to understand the value of a home, the value of having that shelter over your head, and how it is more than bricks and mortar. So for me, my passion for real estate really began from a young age with that seed being planted, that having a home and being able to buy someone a home, sell their home, manage their property, that it's more than just the physical, that there's something heartfelt in there. So emotionally for me, my job is so much more than a job. I recall every time I buy a property for somebody, what it felt like when I had that first roof over my head. So ladies, if I may say, and gents, of course, what you do in this industry is far more than buying, selling, managing the physical. Please take it from me that what you do really is about helping people achieve a milestone in their life. It's helping people achieve their dreams, and I'm very thankful to be part of that.
So what would you say differentiates you as a woman in real estate?
What differentiates me as a woman in real estate? I have to be honest, I feel that when I started in this industry, it's quite a male-dominated industry. But we all have our gifts, whether we're males or females. And I think my background as a bit of a data geek and a bit of a statistics nerd, I found my way into auctioneering and auction bidding. So I have to say honestly, Leanne, auction bidding is where it's at for me in my heart. And but that's what made me realize my passion and falling into auction bidding also made me realize firsthand how different that is as a woman in this industry. That I have a story, if you can indulge me for a moment, please. One of my very first auctions where I was bidding on behalf of a client. This client rocked up to the auction on a Saturday morning, and I was buying for a husband and wife, but only the husband showed up. And I said, "Oh, where's the missus?" "Oh, I just had to drop her off at hospital. She's about to have our baby." So hubby turns up on his own, and I'm like, okay.
Got his priorities right.
Yep. So he said, "I wanted to be here for the auction." Okay, not a problem. So auction starts, and I'm ready with my strategy and doing my thing. I have my appraisal in my back pocket. I'm all ready. And let's just say there's another buyer's agent there at the auction. And have to be honest, in jeans and a little top, very unassuming. I'm quite quiet when I'm at auction. And this gentleman is in a suit, and he's got glasses on, and he looks very powerful. And to cut to the chase, we get into a bit of a bidding war. And this gentleman is much taller than me, he's standing over me, and he's really firing off, trying to hold this auction and really control the day. And I see beads of sweat start to form and slowly trickle down his forehead, but I can't see his eyes because he's got glasses on. I see his client, a mature age lady, start to panic and burst into tears. And she's with her family there, and they're getting unnerved. To cut a very long story short, we won that auction that day against this other gentleman. And my client whispered in my ear, "I'm so grateful you won, not just our new family home, but you won against that jerk that was trying to power trip you." And I think it was from that moment on that I recognized that auctioneering is really not a realm for ladies to that point, but it's becoming a realm, and I'm going to make it a realm for ladies. So that's the long version of the answer to that question, Leanne. But that's what differentiated me. But everyone has their gift. So whatever your gift is, ladies, in this industry, go after it. Don't let anyone intimidate you. And certainly don't let the boys' club tell you to stay in your lane.
And you also, when we spoke on the phone, you said to me that you were surprised and warmed at how well the women in the industry actually welcomed you as a newbie into the industry.
Yes, that's so true, Leanne. In my last business, I was the director of a multinational startup that I created, and it was a very male-oriented business arena, very cutthroat, very, very heavily male-oriented. When I began in this industry, I was of the misconception that this was also going to be a male-dominated industry. And funnily enough, within my first few months of working in my business, it were the female sales agents that really connected with me. Some of them even gave me tips and tricks and little things like that. And slowly I began to realize that females in this industry really created their own tribe and had their own support networks. And over time, my business grew, and I employed my first staff member that just so happened to be a woman. Employed my second staff member who happened to be a woman. My third staff member who happened to be a woman, and so on. And these ladies weren't employed because they were women. They were employed for the talent that they brought and what they could bring to my company. And so inadvertently, I started to realize, Leanne, there was so much female talent in this industry to be tapped into, and that the woman tribe or the woman support network in this industry is absolutely wonderful and a beautiful thing. And it was very much unanticipated.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. And so how do you see women in real estate now and in the future? What's going to change?
Interesting question. How do I see women in real estate now? Women are evolving, and I think it's something that we haven't really been given enough credit for to this point. I see, as I mentioned, me coming in to auction bidding, it was something that was unforeseen. And that women in general are stepping forward and, if I may say, stepping out of their lane in this industry. And that is a wonderful thing.
We don't have a lane anymore.
Well,
Damn it.
you're allowed to say that. I feel like I'm a newbie in this industry, and I'm very respectful of those that have gone before me, but I have to agree.
Yeah.
I'm one to say, don't stay in your lane. Don't even know a lane exists. It doesn't exist. So I foresee that women in real estate, we're progressing, we're evolving, and we're going to deliver incredible things to this industry. And I feel we're tipping that balance from it being a male-dominated industry, that a lot more women are coming out and helping to show that a balanced family work life doesn't degrade from what you do at work. That being able to manage your children, manage a business, manage your life, that it can be done, and it can be done successfully and well. And these are the things that I feel that women are really bringing to the arena now, and that will even progress more so into the future.
Before I let you go, I would love to hear why you think you won the Achievement Award. What was it that you
this
bought?
is a
'Cause there was a lot.
curveball,
There's
Leanne,
always
threw me. Yes.
There's always
It's
a
okay.
lot of competition for these awards. So I think everybody would love to know what you think it was that set your submission apart.
I'm going to speak really frankly here. I don't know whether this is the right answer, but
All right,
I'll
there's
speak
no
very
right answer.
frankly. I actually feel, and especially now I understand the topic, the theme for today's event, I feel it was probably the aspects where I felt initially that I may be weakest, that perhaps were seen as strengths. That there was a moment where I felt, I've only got 2 years in this industry. What can I bring? What have I got? What gifts have I got that I can bring? There's so many people that have 30 years experience that is so much more skilled than myself. And I also felt, with the talk you mentioned about Leanne, who am I? I was a homeless teen. I was a high school dropout. What can I bring? What can I achieve? But what I taught myself from a very young age was, if I may, this is being very honest, to be unstoppable and not stay in my lane. I constantly wanted to innovate. I constantly wanted to make things better for people around me. And if that meant I had to be the creator of that and I had to determine how that could be done, I would. So I think what led me to winning that award was all the elements that come together that I guess make me different, but give me something as a glimmer of hope and a glimmer of moving forward with regard to this industry. That no longer is it to be seen in the capacity it used to be seen. Again, male-dominated, needing a makeover perhaps, everyone just doing same old, same old. That I think it was being an innovator, being a mature age woman, having been homeless, having been a single parent. I think it's all those things, possibly, that came together for the panel to perhaps feel this is someone that can make a difference, and what she's done in the last 2 years has started to be kind of that agent of change, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a really inspirational story to start at, as a mature age woman, and to have success in a really short period of time. I think you should be really, really proud of yourself, and certainly serves as an inspiration to all of us. So before I let you go, is there anything else you wanted to share?
I just wanted to add, when you said,
Sure.
It was very kind of you to say I'm inspiring, but I have to say, when I first started in this industry, it was obviously many of you that I looked up online, and I got to see the success many women had had in what they were doing, yourself included.
Thank you.
That's the real inspiration. And it's people like yourself and ladies here that you've really opened the door for people like myself. And the credit doesn't go to me. It's almost like passing the baton.
Totally.
That's all it is. That without you and yourself, Leanne, people like me wouldn't exist.
Yep.
So it's
Together
really
we're
the
stronger.
accolade goes to yourself. And ladies, it really does go to you.
Everybody, because absolutely, together we are all stronger. So thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
And this is for you, another beautiful gift
you.
from our friends at Ladybird. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Leanne. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Well
Thank
done.
you, ladies, for having me.